Hello! So I have a little request. This is not a social call. I'm in a little bit of a panic. Quick backstory. I'm working on this huge, Warhammer armor. And we're having visitors in a couple of days to help us paint the thing. The only problem is that there's quite a bit of work left to do on the armor, and I haven't even started the helmet yet, and I know that you are very great at making helmets, so I was just gonna ask if maybe perhaps you have a little bit of a time slot to make a helmet.
Let me check my schedule. Yeah, I can do that.
Thank goodness. Okay, amazing. Lifesaver, thank you. From the bottom of my heart. You know which helmet we're talking about, right?
I'm assuming some Space Marine or something.
Yeah, so the classic, huge Space Marine helmet. You're great at making helmets anyway, so having you on board is probably gonna make this better than if I tried anyway, so. Awesome!
Yeah, this will be a fun project.
We're gonna have help painting it, so if we could make it like the classic base Warhammer grey, that'd be nice. If
I can do that.
Amazing. Oh! Lifesaver, thank you so much. Holy crap, one less problem out of the way.
One less problem for Martina and a big problem for me. Where do we start? Okay, so here's the plan. I got this file from Josh Studios that is fairly accurate, and I really love how they make their helmets. But I do want to make some changes, because I don't want to be responsible for Martina's death. Platelets at the front, they are solid, so you can't really breathe through them. As well as this part up here really has an opportunity to be opened up to get some airflow going through the helmet. You can see that this top face here is closed off, and the inside here is not open. So among the changes that I did for this helmet is on the top part here, I opened this one up. The vent is now open to get air in there. I have some plans for that going forward. I'll show you them in a little bit. The mask has better place for the chin. These are opened up, as well as the platelets that are placed in front of the vents there are opened up, so you get some airflow when you breathe. The top vent also is opened up, as you can see, so now you have airflow coming in. And I modeled this part right here. There's space for a fan here, some batteries back there, so we can mount this to blow air across the face. It's when you get it into the slicer you realize how big this helmet really is. It took several plates on my printer to print this model, and I didn't want this to get damaged when Nerdforge used it, so I went with 3 walls and 15% infill. All in all, it used a little bit above 1.8 kilograms of filament. Anyway, let's send this over to the printer and let the printer deal with this. I stupidly forgot to put supports on this part, which means that this is something I have to fix with putty. I really hope Martina doesn't notice. Otherwise, I might have to redo this project. Okay, the helmet is printed, but it's not exactly ready for paint. Now comes the fun part, sanding. And let me tell you, this is where the magic happens. I'm starting with a coarse grit to knock down the big stuff, then I'll move to finer grits before I add some putty. Many people think sanding is boring, but it's one of the most crucial steps to get right, and if I don't get it right on this project, Martina might not accept this helmet. Let's talk about the filament used in this project. I went with Polymaker's COS PLA version A, which boasts durability with extra sandability, and for the durability I can attest to it, as I lost a few pieces on the floor and they didn't crack. And for the sandability, that's always kind of objective, but it was a good experience sanding it. After I've done the rough sanding to about 240 grit, I go over the helmet and apply a mixture of acetone and Tamiya model putty, just to get something to sand and to fill in the last cracks of the layer lines. The reason I thin it down with acetone is so I can apply it with a brush, which gives me better control over where to put it, and it also allows me to put on several thinner coats. I try to apply at least 2 layers, so I have some body to work with. After the putty has dried, it's time for some more sanding. This time it'll go really fast, and I'll start with 120 and work my way up to 400. If you find any big cracks at this stage, like this one in my Buster Sword, I recommend using some green acrylic putty from 3M, as that dries very fast and is wet sandable within 20 minutes. What I usually do after this round of sanding is to apply a couple of coats of filler primer or spray putty. This helps me see any unevenness, and it's also a great base for further refining of the surface. And as the professional YouTuber I am, I did not forget to film this. So after applying some spray putty, I noticed a lot of defects and errors that Martina really won't accept. So I put on some 3M green putty, and I hope she doesn't notice it. When all of this is dry, it is time for the next step, and you guessed it, it's sanding. This time though, we will wet sand the helmet. This helps it get a better surface finish, and hopefully I've been able to hide all my crimes from Martina. I know a lot of people don't like sanding, but for props like this, it's not really that easy to get around. You need to sand a 3D printed model, otherwise the finish will not look good, and no matter how you paint it, it'll still look cheap. There's always that part of a project that when you put the parts together and you look at it and you just go, whoa, this is going to be awesome. This was one of those times for me. I mean, look at it. So this is the moment of truth. Applying this primer will show every minuscule error in this helmet, and I might have to start all over again. Lucky for me, all my hard work paid off, and it looks like $1 million bucks. All that's left to do now is to install the magnets, using super glue, my hot air gun station, and patience. Helmet is done. All in all, I'm happy with it, and I hope that Nerdforge will be happy with it. It does have a butt ton of magnets, so you can take off the front piece, get access to the inside. Also, the ears pop off, and the back pops off. Make sure you put it back in the correct place. There's some magnets on the inside that I glued in that will hold this little piece with the fan. Snaps in place. And for now, the battery is just, I use some tape to hold it in place. With the mask on, you can breathe fairly well with good circulation, but when the fan is running, it helps a little bit extra with some fresh air coming down in front of the face. Let's hope they're happy with it.
Oh, nice. Is that the helmet?
That's the helmet.
Can I touch it?
Yes. Not like that.
Oh,
No,
okay.
Just touch it however you want.
You're scared. I was like, oh, sure, I'm touching it and it just falls apart. Oh.
It shouldn't. It's held together with magnets.
Smooth. Dude, the finish on this is incredible.
I love the paint. The paint is like, it's really unforgiving, but it really shows the quality of the helmet and all the details and stuff.
It looks amazing. How long did you spend making this?
I didn't keep track of time. I usually go into a zen state when I'm sanding, so...
Oh, do you? Because
I
I go into the anger state.
Well, that's afterwards, when you finish sanding, put paint like this on, see all the errors, then anger, denial, bit of crying.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I also made some modifications to this helmet. As I mentioned, the vents, they are
nice.
open so you can breathe.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. I like breathing.
And I also open up this vent. So with the fan that's there, you can get some airflow going in and in front of your face.
That's so cool. So this fan goes inside the helmet and like...
You can just attach it to the magnets there.
What? That's... Holy shit. So I just like plop this... Oh!
Yep.
That's so cool! Holy crap! Can I try it on?
Yes, you can. And when you try it on, it will not fit you right now.
Okay.
Because we need to fit some padding on the inside.
Okay.
But when you done it or take it off, you disassemble the helmet. You just pull it apart.
Oh, Hansi, you're gonna love this. Look at the amount of magnets.
Yes! Finally someone that appreciates magnets!
Oh my god, there's so many parts.
There we go.
Oh, okay, okay. Holy crap. Should I?
Yes, you start with that one. I can come over here.
I should probably take off my ponytail. Or is there space for it, do you think?
Should be. This is probably a bit too big for you, as it is. So we just need to go over and put some padding inside. There we go. Then we have
I'll
this
just
one.
let you put them on.
We have this one. And then we have the back piece.
I feel like I'm becoming like...
The front.
Oh. Yes!
I see we need to keep your hair away from the magnets because it's like...
Is it like peeking out, like
Yes.
little bristles? Nice. Yeah, I'll put it in a braid or something.
But it looks like it fits you.
Yes.
We don't need much padding. We will add some padding up here. We might add some on the side just to make it more stable.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're golden.
Amazing. Like I can see everything and I feel so powerful. I'm amazed. Holy crap. That turned out incredible. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was a really fun project. It's like you saw the helmets upstairs, making stuff for myself. That's okay. It's fun, but making stuff for other people, that's amazing. Just seeing people wear whatever I make, that's the best feeling in the world.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well done. I'll send you a photo of the whole thing when we have it together. This is gonna stick out like the crown jewel of the whole thing, so... Amazing! That's it for today's video. I had a blast working on this helmet, and I hope you enjoyed the process as much as I did. Don't forget to check out Nerdforge's channel for the big reveal on how they use this helmet in their build. You can find the link in the description. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. If you enjoyed this video, it would mean a lot to me if you gave it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment below about what you want to see me do next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!